How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here. Today we're going to talk about Supergirl Season 5, Episode 17, titled Deus Lex Machina. It all comes together, everybody. This episode is where the starts of Lex's uh sorry. This Discord's a distraction. Let me minimize that before posting memes. Um in this, Lex's plans to defeat are sort of kind of going into alignment. Obviously, the episode starts with Lex saving everyone that was caught in a coma by Obsidian Platinum, which is interesting when you think about it. Let me see if I can shrink a little bit. Yeah, I got shorter. It's actually not a yay. My laptop screen is bent for some reason, and I just figured let me just shrink down. Uh, Now, of course, as a result, he killed Margot, I believe her name is, a member of Leviathan. He had to kill her to help the plans. Now, of course, we rewind and we see Lex's plans from the beginning. I hope the peeking isn't really bad. But we see Lex's plans from the beginning. If it is, I'll just connect my other headset and I'll use that as the mic. Anyway, of course, we see Lex's plans coming to fruition. Sorry, not coming to fruition. We see that at the beginning. We see Lex's plans as they begin. We see Crisis on Infinite Earths. We see the first day post-crisis. We see the coming days, bits and pieces of his plans. We see the Lex Luthor side of things, because a lot of times they didn't show us up until now Lex's story. We don't see what are his plans, because us as viewers, we should at least know it. Like, it should come as a shock to other characters, but like, obviously we're not entitled to that. But like, it's kind of like, how do I put this? It's kind of like, it would be nice for us to know, because then we're not left confused with what's going on. So here, the plan currently is to defeat the Kryptonians, as always. But gotta defeat the Kryptonians while keeping Lena away from Supergirl, so that Lena doesn't kill Lex again. Which is interesting. He had this discussion. His mother asks him, "Do you have the force of will to let go of this petty vendetta against the Kryptonian?" And we know he doesn't. We know Lex. He doesn't. Like, in no universe does Lex have the force of will, as his mother put it, to let it go. But, of course, with this plan, Lex gets, now, of course, as we know, Jeremiah Danvers died a couple episodes back. I'm not even sure if it was last episode. But Jeremiah Danvers is now dead. So Lena goes and gives her condolences to Kara. Right? At the end of Lex's tour, she goes, approaches Kara, and gives her condolences. Or her sympathies is the way Lena phrases it. Now, this, when this happened, I was like, wait, is Lena gonna come back to the fold? Like, are we gonna finally get, is the good Luthor gonna return to the side of good? Well, it turns out, due to, in order to find the missing people that are trapped in Obsidian, they had to use Myriad. And Supergirl, it was Supergirl herself who said Myriad cannot be used. When Lena finds out that Myriad's being used, she confronts Kara. Now, of course, you know, Kara being the way they're currently writing Kara, she kind of responded to Lena's inquiries. Obviously, Lena overreacted, and then Kara overreacted, and it feels like I don't know if we'll ever get the quote unquote good Luther back. I'm starting to think that it's a lost cause, and I don't like giving up on characters that I like. I really do like Lena's character a lot, and obviously Supergirl is my favorite hero. And the way they're writing both characters, I don't think it's possible for us to get the good Luther back. What we're heading towards seems to be like the darkest future where Lena and Kara never met, and Lena ended up like a supervillain with like the Metallo style supervillain. Um, just without the Metallo effects on her, which I guess might be good. I'm not 100% certain where this is going. Of course, I don't like this constant need for both of the two of them to overreact to each other's actions. It's starting to get to the point where no normal it's starting to get to like Barry versus Eobard levels of like ridiculous. Like as some of you will know if you watch The Flash, um Barry, anything to do with Eobard, right? Barry flips out. He completely loses his shit up until the last encounter with Eobard. That we had where he's like, no, I'm not gonna let you get to me. So much so that when Barry found out that Nora learned her speed abilities from Eobard, he more or less kidnapped his daughter and sent her off into the future and told her if she tries to come back. And pretty much threatened her about coming back or not, forcing Nora to then tap into the negative speed force so that she can come back to the present to get rid of I forget his name. Cicada. Which unfortunately to get rid of Cicada and Cicada 2, they had to free Eobard Thawne, which as a result of freeing Eobard Thawne, it messed up the timeline enough that Crisis is now in 2019, as we saw, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. That's the level of overreaction we're getting. Like it's Barry when it comes to Eobard levels of overreacting, and it's like, okay, we know this is not how people react properly. Like real people don't react like this. By now, like we're straight up heading into anime territories, like anime supervillain territories for the both of them, and it's like, can we not? Obviously, I don't know. I'm not one of the writers. We'll have to see where they take this. Hopefully, it's just this season that has crazy Lena and Kara. Probably not. But a man can hope, right? Anyway, tell me what I thought this episode overall was a good episode. It was interesting to watch. We now get to see Lex's perspective when it comes to his plans. Not something I actually expected to happen, but hey. Tell what you guys thought of this episode down below. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.